Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to a video specially dedicated to reviewing none other than the Sabin Badulescu, I don't even know what he calls it, but let's just call it the Brutal Training Spring Apparatus, something like that. But this thing right here, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to review this. It has just arrived for me in the last couple of days. I've just set it up now. I've got a sweat already. My glasses are fogging up. I'm here in my garage because we're moving and all that sort of stuff. So my table's not out in the fresh air where it usually is. But anyway, we are going to test this thing out. Sabin has sent me this kind of as a gift. He's set it up at the maximum tension. He says, Devin Larratt and Vitaly Laletin are training with the exact same spring. And he's measured it up to my length, hand, and arm. And he says if I can move it 10 centimeters to the side, I'm elite. So anyway, we're going to have a play around with this and see how it feels and go from there. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Sabin, I hope you're excited to see your product in action. Because to be honest, first impressions so far, I've just had a little dabble so far. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It is brutal. Anyway, let's get underway. Alrighty guys, so here we have the Sabin Badulescu handle. This is made from high sort of tensile steel spring. We have bolted it to the table. He's got like a vulcanized sort of rubber. Now, Sabin suggested a couple of options. First one, I put it center table. Now I did that center table and I found when I engaged my back pressure, I was like, oh, yeah, I was camped on the back of the edge. So I put it on the peg hole of what would usually be the opponent's pad. And it's got a nice little thumb hole. You engage through it. Now, when I load up my back pressure, straight away, the wrist flexion is like heavily engaged. Wrist flexion, heavily engaged. And then the true challenge is getting it to the left of center. Let's just have a go. I'll show you what I can do to it. And you can change here. You can see I can spin it and change the angle a little. I might just set that there to sit nicely into my top roll. And then I'm going to get the crane scale on it and see what the crane scale says as well. All right, here we go. Wow. Okay, that's intense. Straight away, that is red line. You get control of it, you side pressure surge, and you feel that deep in the connections of my elbow. Straight away, my wrist flexor, it's heavy. It's very hard to maintain a squeeze because there's so much force. It just hits this, and that's sending like throbs through my elbow. My elbow was a little bit tender still from my match with Marcus Latirai, which was only a few days ago. So this is waking that up. But I like this back pressure. Just even sitting here static hold like this. Yeah, I can see why Sabin is such a dragging monster, because this thing, oh my goodness, I like it. That is hard. It's really hard. I haven't really set this up to really try any inside moves coming forward. It's too far away from me. But let's get the crane scale on it and see what sort of numbers are moving. So I'll just try to put this kind of through there. You can see the crane scale. It's upside down for you guys, so I'll put it this way so you can see it. Okay, so crane scale in place, kind of where my hand largely was. I'll set that. Okay, so you can see 25 kilos already, and it's barely moved. Okay, 36, 40. Okay, you see it cranks up pretty quick. Let's go again. The table's not bolted down. It's getting a little difficult for me. Okay, so. All right, we got 20 kilos right there. You can see 20 kilos and it's barely to the side. 30 kilos right there. 40 kilos right there. 50 kilos right there. Okay, so you can see 50 kilos moves it to about here. So hence Sabin said to me, if you're moving it 10 centimeters to the left, you're doing well. You're doing properly well. So you can see, and you can only imagine, it's going to be probably exponential how much that goes up as you get further and further away from center. So it's a brutal spring, and it's a tough workout. I'm going to have another go. Oh, wow. Okay. Sabin said to me that he said, you will feel this in your connections. You will feel it in your connections. Okay, this, straight away you get why he said that. Like I said, I was a little bit flared still from my match with Marcus Satirai. And right now this is causing deep flare in my elbow. Deep flare. Sabin said 10 minutes working on this will be everything you need in terms of giving you the deep conditioning of your elbow. And I believe him. Normally this feeling is reserved for actual matches. You don't get this deep flare on that unless you're pulling someone and they're genuinely redlining you. This spring, I like the way it gradually overwhelms you. You're in control, you're moving it, and then all of a sudden it moves you because you reach a sort of poundage that you can't deal with, and that brings you back through your connective tissue, much like a stronger opponent would. This is real. Sabin has sworn by this as his main training apparatus for years. He kept it secret, and he truly is one of the strongest athletes on earth. The last man to beat Levan Saginashvili, of course. And he swears that he's ready to beat him again right now. He's also told me the Bulgarians have been training with this for 5 years. So we know the Bulgarians are in good form. And Vitaly Laletin has recently got himself one of these as well. And now I feel honoured to have the first Australian one. And I think Devon Larratt's just been sent one too. So this is brutal. Oh, the release pain, Sabin. It's so real. The release pain is real. Oh, man. Guys, that is my first impression of it. I like it. If you don't have the ability to get quality table time regularly, this will give you all of the conditioning in your elbow that you could possibly ask for. And 10-15 minutes here is going to be brutal. It's already brutal for me right now, and I'm 3 or 4 or 5 minutes in, and I've only really been time under tension for 30 seconds, and it's already brutal. So, whew, guys, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I love it. I freaking love it, and I'm excited. So, there we have it. You want one? Contact Sabin Badulescu, and he will measure you up, elbow to fingertip. He'll build one custom made for you, and you too can have a deep elbow ache like me. Alright guys, see ya.